Hello again, everybody. This is Patrick Pinto with BeeSeen Solutions, and welcome to another riveting episode of the ABCs of Digital Marketing. Today, we're sitting with Giovanni Coello from Diversified Design. How are you today, Giovanni?
Very good, Pat. How are you?
I'm well. Tell the audience what Diversified Design, who you guys are, what you do, and what you do so well.
Sure, be glad to, Pat. Um, like you said, our company name is Diversified Design Associate Architects. We're a full service architectural and interior design firm. With my partner Stephen Shibley, we've been in business for well over 26 years. Before establishing the firm, each of us ran very successful firms both here on Long Island and in Manhattan. Um, we consider ourselves client oriented. We love to listen to our clients, and we respect our clients' needs and desires.
Very interesting. Very interesting. I like how you have both sides of the fence covered, both the commercial side and the residential side, and how each aspect is covered by one of the owners of the company. It's very well put together, I have to say.
Well, yeah, just to expand a little bit, my primary duties here in the firm are medical and corporate projects. We also do some amount of retail and mercantile work. My partner Steven primarily does high-end residential. And then together we've been doing a lot of mixed-use residential developments. That seems to be something that's very popular now, particularly in our area where there's a definite shortage in housing. So these developments are popping up, and we've kind of caught that market a little bit at the right time. So we're doing a lot of that.
Interesting. Now I know that the world that we're in and we're, as they say, coming out of it. But I understand that during this COVID period of time, how has it been? How have you kind of repivoted your not just your industry but your approach in what you guys do?
Right. It's interesting. It's actually twofold. The first thing is how we actually function here in the office. And the second thing is how we respond, especially on the medical end, to new demands and requirements for safety in the workplace, specifically in what do I say in being able to become a little bit more sanitary, and maintenance becomes an issue now. In terms of how we work here in the office, obviously, like the rest of the world, we were shut down for quite a bit. Our office staff, everybody went remote, which was a little bit unusual for us because here in our firm, we work under the process of what's called the studio process, which we all share and have input in the design. For example, I would be running a project, I'm designing it. There's a point where we gather the staff, primarily my partner and a couple of the senior people, and have what we traditionally call an architectural pinup, where we're actually reviewing and criticizing each other's work in order to make the project better. You could be sitting down on a project for days on end, and you get into a circle where you're designing the same thing and can't seem to get out of a loop. Well, when we go into these pinups, it gets people's ideas going. It really helps, and it really helps to have that studio atmosphere and have the more ideas, the better. In order to create that perfect, if not almost perfect solution for the client. So we missed that. So it was very difficult when you were working remotely. We managed to do it. We're doing much more Zoom meetings with clients. We did Zoom meetings with ourselves. So what resulted, from that is that we're back in the office, but now most of or I would say maybe 50 or 60% of where we used to go out and meet clients or have clients come into our office, people have become so used to these remote sessions using Zoom or whatever that we're actually doing a lot of presentations online. So that has changed significantly, as well as the aspect of being, for the technical aspect, submitting to building departments. That has changed also. A lot of building departments now push themselves to take everything online, which has been a little bit of a growing experience for us here on Long Island. Um, Here in the office, or I should say, from a client's point of view, what we're now seeing in terms of the COVID-19, the results of that is that people are very interested, especially in the medical end, on products that are very can be sanitized very easily. Everything has to be touchless. Where there was some, or obviously we did a lot of that. Now it's actually become to the forefront where we're looking at how to enter buildings, how to enter spaces. Bathrooms are very important. Surfaces that can be easily cleaned. Social distancing, where we were crowding people into smaller spaces to take advantage of square footage. Now people are reconsidering that. And, not that they want to spend more money on additional space, but how to protect people more in case this ever happens again.
So your audience has become more conscious of the actual design layout and build, and you've taken that much more, again, time and ability to restructure a normal environment that would hit or house X amount. You've been able to reduce it, but again, make it look and feel the way it should for a professional office as well.
That is well said. Yes. Also, just to expand at that, not only has it affected the way that we design in the commercial medical field, but my partner Steven has definitely seen a great demand in the residential design for those extra spaces that are now for either in-house or in-home learning spaces or home offices. That has become a big demand, where it was just a small amenity in the past. Now it's almost like a given that has to be within the program.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's a different world that we're living in, but from being to your office and experiencing your staff and seeing the professionalism and the etiquette that you guys really want to show forth to your clients, you have a very impressive operation. I mean, I noticed, as everyone does, but I noticed some of your commercial projects behind you, and again, they're all very impressive. The time and effort that you put in is far greater than most design architects that I've seen in the past. And I have to be, again, as direct with you as possible. It's a privilege and pleasure to work with you guys and to be a part of a team that really carries themselves at a higher standard.
Thank you, Pat. We try. It's very important for us to deliver a good product. It's important for us to leave the client feeling like they were very well taken care of. It's important for us for that client to be able to go out there and tell somebody, don't use anybody else except Diversified Design. They will take care of you. That has been our bread and butter, forever, and we want to expand on that. So every single time that we finish a project, we want to make sure that it ends properly, that the client gets what they were looking for, and that they feel that they can recommend us to anybody. So it makes us, work even harder.
Well, I know that we can recommend you, and I thank you for taking the time today. Before we leave our interview, explain to the world, how can they find you? If they want to reach out and contact you and talk to either you or your partner Steve, how would you like them to reach you guys?
The easiest way is, you can Google us, or you can go onto our website, www.ddaarchitects.net. We are working on a new website that'll be coming up shortly, but you can reach us that way, or you can always give us a call at our office number, 631-271-5400. Stephen, my partner, and I are always available, and we are one of those firms that are always there for our clients, so you can reach us anytime.
Now, also, if they want to reach you on LinkedIn, I know they can find your smiling face there too.
Absolutely. LinkedIn, just look for us and we're there. You can read a little bit about myself, and hopefully we can make a connection.
Well, listen, Giovanni, thank you again for taking the time out of your busy schedule to meet and speak with us today, and let the audience that's out there know who you guys are, what you do, and how well you do it. And I always like to say, well, it's good to get to know people. It's always good to be seen. Thank you for a riveting episode of our interview today.
Thank you, Pat.
You're welcome.